and welcome to the show. It's me, Prince John Onalani Remus IV. Firstly, requesting that you find a way to give back to me, whether you can afford up to $20 a month or even do some light work on me. If you're watching my show regularly. Alright, so let's get into it. To those who are tired or elderly or unhappy or stressed out, and those working, everyone in the community, if you have no hope, I find my only hope is that in this experience of incarnation and polarity, there is one thing that is relevant, and that is maintaining both physical and mental health. Because my body, belongs to somebody, I believe, and that person is my mate. And don't worry if it seems like nobody else likes me, because there's only one for me, and everyone is so different, so I could only expect that there would be one perfect match for me. And that person, whether their face is scarred or they're missing an arm, as long as their sexual organs are functional in the sense of they can experience the orgasm, then I believe that's the reason that it's worth continuing on. Alright, so I'm looking for my notes for a second here, and then we'll continue on here. So, breathe deeply with me. See, I always feel better when I'm focusing on somebody who I think is my potential soulmate. They should look on par with me and act similarly, and their intellect should match mine as well. That's another one I think is important. And let's see, here we are. Now we're getting back into the issue of government, now that we've found the source of problems, always starting off with, yourself. There must be a problem in my body if there's a problem in the external world. So I'm dealing with that, and that's why I think that I'm able to have a positive effect on the rest of the world. Remember, you don't need to have money or be in a position of power in order to produce magnificent creations and results and products and services. You just need to have control over your emotions. I talk about strategies on dealing with anger in my other videos. But anyway, once you've dealt with your own life and health, and once you're at a certain level, you can do more around your environment, such as in government. Let's protect leaders and anybody that we can think of with light work. Excuse me. I believe that there are certain leaders who are somehow attacked by interdimensional beings. You might call them like reptilians or whatever, but that the light work can protect them from them. And I also did another video specifically on them. It's called Aliens and Devils, etc. let's do a few light work projections right now. So visualizing perhaps, let's say your boss. Visualize that person smiling, and now just imagine them sitting down, whether working or standing, and imagine a beam of light coming down through the sky, and it's kind of like it's like a fantasy moment, and they put their hands in that beam and hold that brilliant white light, and just see them smiling. Next, we're gonna go to a leader in your community, or perhaps the leader of the household if it's not you. Um, let's do the household person and just see them smiling, maybe your landlord, uh, and do the same procedure. Watch them hold that brilliant white light as it's beaming down, like as if a fountain of light, and they just lift it up and bring it into them. They're smiling. Now, see another person you consider a leader in the community, maybe a hero, somebody you are really, you know, proud of, that's a member of where you or near where you live, and just see them smiling, and maybe imagine that they are doing the light work. See them with their hand raised up, just beaming around, beaming brilliant white uh, light and just laser beams around their house, and then see them beaming themselves. Wow, what a nice treat, yeah. Hawaiian. Hawaiian style. I think everyone should have their style from state to state. I think it's important to maintain a particular, connection to on different levels, and respect. When in Rome, do as the Romans, respect others, other uh, cultures as well, when in different places. Now, let's do one last light projection here. Let's do President Barack Obama. Let's see him smiling, and then see him beaming, brilliant white light around, like his wife Michelle, and their daughters, and just they're all holding the light like they're, around a fireplace, and just grabbing that brilliant white light and smiling in joy, and just see him beaming the White House, just brilliant white light, completely changing anything and making it possible for him to really be himself and not be interfered by, any non non-human interference. I mean, you know, what is it that makes people be mean, or excuse me, not implying that he's mean per se, but just anyone doing a dark act. There are different sources of darkness, I believe. Okay, so take a deep breath. All right, so supposedly these beings can travel in thought forms. So beam your head too. Brilliant white light. Brilliant ball of white light. Um, Maybe people in the government are ashamed that they don't know what's going on with UFOs or different things. So that might be a reason they're hiding, not talking about it. I'm not quick to say that they're like bad or selfish for hiding information. Okay, so, and maybe us as citizens, looking towards our government, um, in the future it may change. It may be where everyone votes on key issues on you know on an internet medium in which, like, should we go to war, yes or no, and then people vote on the internet. Yeah, I think it's going in that direction because it's more of a democracy. We're always coming up with strategies and making the country a better and safe place to live. Like, we got some war and suffering here in the country. We need our soldiers who are, willing to protect and serve us. We need them in certain areas, I believe, in the country, so we can work on our country before trying to help others. And citizens, you know, we can do this. It starts by being proactive and vigilant. I like to carry pepper spray. I like to carry a whistle. You can blow a whistle if there's a problem, and instead of screaming, you can run and blow the whistle at the same time. And it just, try to avoid problematic areas or times or places where people consume alcohol. Nighttime. It may seem like there's an exciting energy there, but truth is, it's unsafe. Whoa. Looks like I have a little mouse in the area. Pardon me for that. Alright, so back to you. Alright, so where were we? Instead of food stamps and giving money to people, how about housing and inexpensive vegetarian food, and like barrack style housing, like all men live in one area, bunks, and all women in another. That way, we're not spending so much money on people who don't even know how to manage money really, or they, you know what I mean. So bottom line though is, before helping other people, excuse me, I think the basis of everything is sexuality. So make sure that you have control over your sexuality, and you're not going out and accidentally, going in places where you might be prone to, flirt with other people. Some concerns are gun laws, border crossing, and such things as taxes for Planned Parenthood. When the country really votes, we can really see what the majority vote wants, and we can do according to that. Like, even though I would vote, for example, to outlaw the sale of beer and of meat products, I still am willing to respect my fellow citizens' vote if the majority of them still want things like alcohol and meat. Okay, we are almost done with this. We had a fun, we had a fun blog here. We did some good light work. Thanks for being here with me, and see you again. Aloha.